What if Megumi actually tamed Mahoraga before the Shibuya incident? The same Shikigami that even the strongest Ten Shadows users could never control. The monster that adapts to literally anything. What if Megumi had mastered that power before everything in Shibuya went wrong? Let's find out. Before Shibuya, Megumi was already one of the most talented sorcerers in the Zenin clan's history. He had mastered the Ten Shadows technique far beyond his age. But imagine that during a secret training session, Megumi finally defeats Mahoraga and officially tames him. Now, let's jump to Shibuya. The Shibuya incident begins exactly the same. Gojo enters the station to rescue civilians. The disaster curses and Kenjaku execute their plan. Gojo still destroys Hanami and overwhelms Jogo, Choso, and Mahito. Eventually, the prison realm is activated. Gojo gets sealed. Nothing changes here because Megumi isn't present during the sealing. But after Gojo disappears, everything changes. As chaos spreads across Shibuya, Megumi starts fighting stronger curses. Normally, he struggles against opponents like Dagon, but this time, the moment Dagon expands his domain, Megumi smiles. Instead of desperately opening an incomplete domain, he summons Mahoraga. The divine general immediately tears through Dagon's domain from the inside. Its adaptation quickly neutralizes Dagon's guaranteed hit attacks. Within minutes, Dagon is completely exorcised. Nanami survives. Maki survives without severe injuries. Now Obito also has a much better chance of surviving the battle. One single Shikigami completely changes this fight. But things become even crazier. Jogo arrives. In the original story, Jogo overwhelms everyone with volcanic flames. Against Mahoraga, that doesn't last long. After adapting to Jogo's fire, Mahoraga begins cutting through every attack. Jogo realizes he's facing a monster even Sukuna respected. Forced into a corner, Jogo retreats. For the first time in the series, one of the disaster curses actually runs away. Now comes the biggest twist. Haruta Shigemo attacks Megumi. Originally, Megumi was exhausted and summoned Mahoraga as a suicide technique. That event awakened Sukuna after Yuji was force-fed fingers. But in this timeline, Megumi doesn't need a suicide move. He simply orders Mahoraga to eliminate Haruta. The fight lasts maybe 5 seconds. Haruta is instantly erased. No ritual. No uncontrolled Mahoraga. No reason for Sukuna to fight him. Which means Sukuna never destroys Shibuya. Thousands of innocent civilians survive. The city remains mostly intact. Kenjaku quickly realizes something has gone horribly wrong. His biggest advantage, chaos, never happens. Instead, Megumi, Nanami, Maki, and the surviving sorcerers begin hunting down curses together. However, having Mahoraga creates a new problem. Sukuna becomes obsessed with Megumi even earlier. Instead of simply being interested in his potential, Sukuna now sees Megumi as the only human capable of controlling the strongest Shikigami in history. That makes Megumi an even bigger target. And Kenjaku also changes his strategy. Rather than relying on chaos, he begins planning specifically to capture Megumi, because controlling Mahoraga could completely reshape the balance of power. So, would this timeline be better? Absolutely. Thousands survive. Several powerful sorcerers remain alive, but the final battle would become even more terrifying, because eventually, Sukuna and a fully tamed Mahoraga would have to face each other. And that battle could decide the fate of the entire jujutsu world. So what do you think? Would Megumi with a tamed Mahoraga actually defeat Sukuna? Or would the King of Curses still find a way to win? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more.